me say sports. My name is Zach Kinsey. I'm filling in for Zach Denise today, and we are a podcast all about Scecina sports. Last week, the football team dominated yet another sectional opponent, and that means we're still talking about them this week. With me today are Luke Schultz, Mason Burial, and Calvin Connor. Thanks for having them. Thanks for coming on the podcast, guys.
Good to be here.
Great to be here.
So wide receivers and safeties, Luke and Mason. What is your favorite and why?
I'd probably say that safety is my favorite. I like coming up and making plays on the ball and getting to hit guys.
Yeah, safety's definitely my favorite too. I've always been a defense guy. Never really got to play wide receiver till this year, so definitely safety.
I mean, defense does win championships, and how does it help you to know both sides of the ball?
I would say it definitely helps. Definitely on defense, because like I said, I haven't really played wide receiver. Like this year, the thing I can tell difference is like the steps like receivers take. You can kind of just tell where they're gonna go, especially if they're not a great route runner. Luke could probably tell you more about how defense helps offense, but
I mean, it kind of helps because if you're playing both ways, then if you're on the defense, then you know if you do your job, then it's kind of easier for the offense to do theirs.
That's true. And is there any downside from playing both ways?
Yeah, like the first 3 games this year, I was gassed really bad, but now we're week 12. It's really nothing anymore.
I mean, for me, it'd take way too long to get used to that. But, Calvin, you played left tackle and linebacker. Which one do you prefer?
I like linebacker actually because you literally go out there and hit someone as hard as you can. And tackle wasn't my main position. I was a running back. Coach Rowley switched me around. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. But Mason, you had a big game, receiving touchdown, 90-yard pick six.
yeah. I mean, it was definitely nice. The pick six was big because they were driving down the field. I think at that point it was what, like 30. It might already
It
been
was
30.
like 20 this year.
Yeah. So we definitely wanted the shutout, and they were at like the 30-yard line. So it was nice. Ball just came to me. Luke threw me a block. Everyone was running down there blocking for me, and just got in there.
You finally got a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, and I got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Most receptions, but no touchdowns.
That's good to hear. 6 shutout for defense, extends the team record. What's it like?
Let's say the shutouts, we mentioned this Wednesday during practice. Last year we talked about a shutout, it was a dream just to get one. I think we ended up with 1 or 2 last year. Now it's an expectation. We might be the only high school in Indianapolis where I think we have more kids that want to play defense and offense, which makes it a lot easier, but I mean, the record's great and all, but again, it's something that we'll look back on once the season's over. Right now, focus is on Centerville.
You guys got Centerville to face this week. They're 10-0, but they played Park Tudor with 8-3. You guys beat Northwestern, Tri, and Union County. History says it's an easy win, but last year we were 4-5, and they were 8-2. We won by 20. Beat them the last 3 years, and none of them were close. Coach Dugan, how do you keep the team motivated and not let the foot off the gas?
Well, to kind of go talk about Centerville there, they're 10-0, and you can't control who's in your conference play.
It's true.
And when you go undefeated, you did something right. It doesn't matter if you play the 10 worst schools in the state or the 10 best schools. So they're a good team. I think last year they were a little bit worse, and they returned a lot of their kids. They were young like we were, and they're a much better team, a well-coached team. This should be the best offensive line that the defense will go against this year. So, and the motivation for the game is there's a piece of hardware at the end of it.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
And another week of football if you get to win.
That's true. Coach Dugan, any thoughts of becoming a head coach?
So one day I'd like to be a head coach. I don't know if that day is next year or if it's 5, 10 years down the road, but eventually.
And what would it be like to coach against Coach Hurley and Scecina?
It'd be an honor. I know to be ready to defend the track, but so it would just be one of those things that if to get the honor to face them. I hope, unlike Coach Purcell and Coach Patchett, I can start off with a win.
Not gonna win against Coach Hurd.
Is there, there's a road playoff game, you hope the fans come tonight?
I mean, Centerville's whole town's gonna come out. This is the farthest they've ever been. So their whole town's gonna come out. Hopefully we have a good turnout, because that'll just give us more energy.
That's true.
And I'd say, hopefully a lot of you Crusader fans go wear your red, because, it's gonna, if you look at any of their film from this year, every game it's packed. And now that the rest of schools in Richmond have essentially been eliminated, all those fans are gonna be there. I expect it to be a completely full stadium, standing 2 to 3 feet, 2 to 3 wide around the track. And let's be honest, we are the enemy. We are gonna be hated. So it'd be great to go out there and ruin their day.
That's true. My advice to you guys, I would just say, as long as all you guys do your job, you win the game. Simple as that.
Sounds like something I said before every game.
Just everyone do their job. Well, thank you all for coming out on the podcast, and you guys go out and stay champion.
That's the
Thank
plan.
you. Good luck.